The land question is a historical and emotive question across Africa. And South Africa is no exception. We know the history of South Africa, where colonialism and apartheid resulted in a situation where the black majority in the country were, dispossessed of land and were forced to live, in certain, conditions. And when 1994 came, when South Africa got its independence, not much changed. And the land question has been on the table for quite some time now. The unequal distribution of land has been an issue that has dominated academia, dominated the public spaces. It's something that people have been talking about. In one way or the other, land had to be distributed. And the situation cannot continue as it has been before 94, and it cannot continue as it is now. There is need for some, equitable redistribution of land.
How about for those people who argue that this issue of land could lead South Africa to where Zimbabwe was a couple years ago, where the former late President Robert Mugabe decided to, to do a 360 on the land issue and decided to let people take over white farms and it ended up resulting into a catastrophic scenario for Zimbabwe. Would the same scenario apply here, or there are two different methods and people are looking at it differently?
I think there are two different scenarios that are here, Paul, in the sense that the South African leaders seem to be proactive. You would know that in Zimbabwe it became what is now known as the fast-track land reform program, which was characterized by the use of force and the use of violence. In this case, we have not seen that. And I don't think President Ramaphosa will allow the situation to descend into what we saw in Zimbabwe. But one thing that must be emphasized, Paul, is that the land question is not only about what government does. It's a societal matter that must be dealt with. I don't see South Africa going the Zimbabwean route, but if all parties do not play their roles as envisaged in the Act, then we may have a challenge in the sense that the masses or the majority black people may decide to take the law into their own hands.